everybody, Ben Kern here, Wing Chun DC. This is tutorial number 13. So today we are going to practice it's actually something I've just been kind of messing around with. I think it's really cool. It's like a flow drill where you transition from, it's basically using two hands at the same time. I'm just going to teach you how to use two hands at the same time. It's a fun kind of drill, flowing drill that you can do, and you can build up speed in this as you go along. So we're going to start just by getting into our stance. Okay, so we're going to go from the beginning. We're going to go out here, connect the hips up like that. Okay, we're going to shift the weight, turn the body. Okay, from here we're just going to start with Bong Sao, Wu Sao hand position. Okay, so Bong Sao, Wu Sao. So if I'm rooted on the right, my right hand goes into Bong Sao, my left hand comes up into Wu Sao like this. Remember, I don't want to turn too far over here, right? I don't want to be leaning like this. I want to be facing my opponent here. Bong Sao, Wu Sao. Okay, so from here, we're going to shift into doing what's called Tan Da, which is basically a Tan Sao and a punch. Okay, so we're going to shift the weight. So we go from Bong Sao and a Wu Sao position here. So what we're going to do, this arm is going to fold underneath here, but as I'm folding it underneath here, what I'm doing, okay, is I'm coming back to the middle here, to here, like this, okay? It's coming out, shifting my weight, turn my body here, Tan Da, Tan Sao punch. Okay, so what it looks like is this, okay? So Bong Sao, Wu Sao, going under here, Tan Da, okay? And then from here, we can do the other side. Bong Sao, Wu Sao from here, okay? And from here, I'm going to just Tan Sao, punch, there, okay? And I go Bong Sao, Wu Sao, here, come underneath, I'm shifting position, Tan Da, like that, okay? So it just goes, then you go back again, Bong Sao, Wu Sao here, so this is my Bong Sao arm, here. Remember, my frame is underneath it, my Wu Sao hand is here, this is guarding my center line. Okay, from here, rolling underneath, here, look, my weight is shifting, Tan Sao, punch, here, Tan Sao, punch, okay, here, there, Bong Sao here, there, whoops, confuse it, but Tan Sao here, punch. So remember, when you're in Tan Sao punch position, okay, remember both elbows are in front of the hips, here, like this, Tan Sao punch like this, okay? You have to have both sides are connected to my hip, to this heel here, like that, right? So both going in the same direction as my hips, okay, like, which is this way. So I'm shifting from one side here, and down like that, okay? All I'm gonna do now from here, Bong Sao, Wu Sao here, like that, and then Tan Sao punch there. So I'm going from here basically to here, right? Just here to here, okay? And you can make if I were you, I would make it would go as small as possible, okay? There, okay? Like that. So you can just have fun with it, all right? You can just have fun with it. You can flow from one side back to the other. Remembering your transitioning. So if I'm rooted on my left here, I come back to the center. Now my weight's in the middle, my hips are still engaged. I'm going to shift, I'm going to turn, feet follow, and all the while, as I'm doing this, my hands are flowing, okay, and punching, okay. So come back to this again. We're going to go Bong Sao, Wu Sao here, flow underneath, there, okay. Okay, so you can kind of differentiate the speeds. You can go fast, you can go slow. In the beginning, go slow. Practice the turning here. If you're having problems with this, if you're forgetting how to transition weight, do that first, right? So you get good at moving your one root over to here. Remember how you move your root from one side to the other. How efficiently you do this determines whether it works or not. Because you can do this, you can do it fast, right? But if you're not rooted to the floor, it won't make any difference. You can't transition from here, from Bong Sao to Tan Da. If if you're not connected to the floor, you can't go from Bong Sao Wu Sao here. You cannot. I have to be connected here, there. So if I'm not connected, what will happen? I'll go from here, then I go to Tan Sao. Let's say I catch the person here with my Tan Sao. I catch them here, and as I'm turning, if they put pressure, I'm going to fall back, right? Because if I'm not connected. So when I switch from this Bong Sao Wu Sao, okay, I have to imagine that everything is connected. As this turns over here, look, my foot connects up there. If you put pressure on it, it's going to sink down into the floor here. I turn my weight, pull there, okay? Everything is sunk into the floor. Right, so you remember you're pulling somebody around you, okay? From here, right, I go Bong Sao, Wu Sao like this, okay? Something like that. Shifting the root from one side to the other. So just play with that. It's really good. It really helps with coordination as well. You can separate the two out. In fact, you can just practice the hands as well. Just from here, right? You can go from here. You can go like that. You can stay in one position like that. Here, there. Okay. Just so you get the movement down. You can even standing straight on like this. From here, right? There. From here, there. Okay. So you can practice so you get the flow of it down. Okay. Bong Sao here, Wu Sao, coming out, Tan Sao punch there. Okay. Same again, right? From here, we go Tan Sao punch there. Okay. Just so you get kind of, and then you can add the shifting in after that. So there's lots of different ways you can train this drill. Just have fun, but it's be really useful again when you're doing Chi Sao. Okay. Right, you're going to use movements like this all the time in Chi Sao. Remember, don't treat this as like a combination that you want to try to enact when you do Chi Sao. All we're doing is we're taking two movements, we're blending them together, and we're using it as a way to train principles as opposed to training specific technique. So yes, while it's a fun drill, it's a good drill. It shouldn't be cast in stone, shouldn't be set in stone as a kind of like, this is what you do when this happens. No, it's like, we're just taking, just as the form is a series of movements, okay, that are done like as a pattern, they train a principle. Form should be done to train a principle. They shouldn't be done to use as a kind of a fighting strategy, right? It trains, coordination, wrist dexterity, center line control, the interconnectors of your body, your routing. So these are all things that you always want to be training when you do any particular set of movements. So this is just something that I've been kind of playing around with. The Bong Sao Wu Sao turn to Tan Sao punch, right? There's just a nice combo that I like to train. Suggest you give it a go, and see how it goes. And any questions, let me know, and I'll see you next time.